I'm Corey Davis, creative director on Rocket League.
So, Rocket League's, been around for a little over 2 years. We're here at PAX West with some new things. So, you gave us a little presentation before this interview. Can you talk about some of the big announcements that you guys are making for this fall and into the future for Rocket League?
Yeah. So for the autumn update, we're doing transparent goalposts, LAN support, finally. We're doing a new director mode for esports cameras, and we're doing
Tournaments.
standard arenas. Yeah, and so beyond that, we're starting to talk about a roadmap for the rest of the fall, and the two big ones for that are in-game tournaments support and cross-platform parties that we're building towards.
And can you talk about some of the work you guys have done building relationships between Microsoft, Nintendo, and even Valve? How are we going to be able to play with each other? Are you guys were the companies open to this idea, or were some of them like, get out of my office?
No one was like, get out. They're really cool to work with generally. It's just there's always like, for big companies, there's a lot of policy in place that you got to talk to the right people to change. Microsoft in particular was super awesome about it. Obviously, they had to change a bunch of rules to allow cross-platform. They let us be one of the first people to do it, so that was really awesome. But they've been really supportive, and Nintendo has also been incredible. They're basically giving us whatever we need to make the best version on Switch possible.
I think something our readers and our viewers are always interested in with Rocket League is, when we saw that there's going to be Mario and Luigi and Samus cars, are those going to be visible in other platforms when you're playing with people?
Yeah, they won't. They're only visible on the Switch. We automatically replace on other platforms them to an appropriate car. So the Mario car is shaped somewhat like Octane. So if you're playing the Mario car on Switch and I'm on PC, I'll see you as an Octane.
Awesome. And like you mentioned, one of the bigger announcements is that you guys are bringing LAN. You had it at the competitive games that you guys are showing with the RLCS. What kind of work did you guys do to make sure that it was ready to bring to consumers?
Basically just needed to be seamless. We didn't want there to be a separate server that you had to download and run. It's all in the game client. You just create a lobby. You can find lobbies with no trouble or anything like that. And then we just had to performance test to make sure, it's zero ping. It has to be super smooth and super reliable.
I think it's kind of going into another thing that you guys are doing with the college tournaments, and just your fans in general love to have tournaments. It seems like LAN's going to really help with that.
Yeah, definitely. So we want to support every esports thing all the way from the RLCS down to the smallest local and college tournament. And the college stuff's part of developing that scene, right? Like, we need to grow new talent and foster people all the way up to being new pros. And we think all these features help sort of build the grassroots part of our esports scene that will eventually grow into a much bigger professional scene later on.
You guys made some announcements about the maps, not just transparent goalposts, but also that most maps are going to now, in competitive mode, have the same kind of style, right?
Yeah, so we're converting every map that was non-standard in layout into our standard. I think what most people would associate with the normal Rocket League rectangular shape, just because, there's a lot of reasons behind it that we've gone into with the community, but the main one is just consistency and providing a sports-like feel to our players.
And yeah, kind of going off of the whole competitive really focus that you guys are showing in this third year of Rocket League. You guys are adding in-game tournaments, right, going forward. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we're a little bit ways away from that. We're going to do a beta later this year to give people some insight into the system and get some testing on it. Just because it's so big, we want to make sure it's rock solid before we release it. But the goal is just to have complete in-game support for bracketing and user-hosted tournaments for early next year on every platform, completely inside the game. No, you don't have to go out to a website on your PS4 to somehow sign up and register and update. It's all handled all automatically.
And you'll even, the people holding the tournaments will be able to attach prizes to the winners too?
Yeah, that won't be there right away, but the goal is to eventually allow you to offer up prizes to incentivize people to join your tournaments.
Going back to crossplay just one last time, you guys made a little bit of an announcement that you're working on your own in-game party system. Can you talk about how that's going to work, when you guys are planning on rolling that out, and how you continue to do it for Shacknews?
Sure, yeah. So, it's been a highly requested thing. We've had cross-platform play for a long time where you can matchmake against people from other platforms. We haven't had parties where you can invite a friend from another platform and actually matchmake together as a group. And so we've been building our own party system that sits outside of our partners' systems. And we're going to do a beta this fall on Steam, where Steam players will be able to use our party system instead of the Steam one. And if that goes well, next year we're hoping to roll it out to all of our platforms as a way to play with people on other consoles. We're still talking to our partners about who will be able to play with who and what all the rules will be, but we'll let everybody know as soon as we do.
It's kind of longer term question because this game's approaching its 3rd anniversary. Going forward, is Rocket League going to continue to evolve, or at some point are we going to see a Rocket League 2?
So we're definitely not working on a Rocket League 2. We see the game as a platform, just like you would see other popular multiplayer games. We don't want to split the community by releasing a sequel and having half the people go over and half the people stay on the old game. So our intent is just to keep updating Rocket League and keep making it better and better over time.